Hi Capricorn, welcome to your end of June 2021 General Tarot update. It's Raina here. Oops. I'm glad I checked. I have these upside down. Some of these cards. I'm just going to go like that. I was just shuffling and I happened to turn the cards over. Okay. Oh, very good. Okay. So on the top row we have two knights, and the center of the reading is the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords can indicate that there is a certain something within you has become quite assertive or even downright aggressive, that you have a fearlessness about you. A Capricorn is a pretty cautious sign as far as I'm concerned. You know, very ambitious, but in a conservative way, not something that's brash. The knight, except for the Knight of Pentacles, but the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands there's an instability with them. Maybe not with the Knight of Cups, but Knight of Wands and Knight of Swords, and I have both of these. There's like a fiery element there, which favors independence in terms of your actions, and a more adventurous, like the Knight of Wands is in the past position. And so this makes you like less concerned about outcomes. Actually, this to me is sometimes when somebody has been sprung loose. So if it's a work situation, if you have been let go, not just fired because you're incompetent, but maybe there's just some kind of restructuring or what have you, and you feel like you can now do your thing. Or if you have left a marriage, for instance, the thing, or you know, like a relationship that's important to you, when Capricorns get older, they get younger. They say that they get younger as they get older because they accomplish what they came here to accomplish, and then they feel like they can do whatever they want. And I've witnessed this, and there's something very interesting about this, like raising their families and then kind of doing their own thing and being a lot less, you know, buttoned up, you know, letting their hair down, so to speak. So that's what I see with this, more spontaneity. For whatever reason, there may be an important event that has occurred. Now, in this time frame that we're talking about at the end of June, there is, first of all, there is a full moon in your sign, and that's an important thing because it's an early degree of Capricorn, 3 degrees. So let's say you're born at 4 degrees of Capricorn, your sun, so maybe around December 26th or so. And beyond, you are actually going to have this in the 12th house. Or if you're 4 degrees, you'll have this in the 12th house and this full moon, and this is going to be like cutting out these self-defeating patterns, or at least seeing how they have impacted you. And it's funny because some of the self-defeating patterns that might be relevant for Capricorn might be being overly structured, being, you know, too disciplined in the sense that you've let go of spontaneity you have no spontaneity, and you just kind of maybe you're a workaholic or something like that. So that's the funny thing about what your self-improvement might be, simply, scheduling more time off, So anyway, you're becoming, there's almost like a rebellious quality with those two cards too. So, but it might be a rebel with a cause, somebody who is doing something to challenge the way that they have operated in the past. If they, if you're the kind of person who has always done something by the book, and you say, why should I just live life like that? I want to change it up a little bit, and you kind of challenge yourself to do something different. The higher message is the Four of Cups. And, it's funny because I was just doing another reading, and I was mentioning about how the number 4 represents Saturn, which is your ruler, and it represents stability and organization and things like that. And whenever, some of the interpretations of the Four of Cups are like dissatisfaction, indifference, maybe depression or something like that. And then I finally read a positive interpretation where it's like a stable emotions. And this is the higher message. So it could be saying that you have to find that sweet spot. For instance, if you have left a long-term marriage and you are kind of like getting back into the swing of things as a single person, it's natural to kind of go through like this emotional extreme. You might have like the sense of relief if you were in a very bad situation. And it's almost like this euphoria that you are no longer subjected to that person's bad vibes or what have you. But then reality sets in and you get, you come back down to earth. And that's kind of what the Four of Cups can be for certain people, is that you have to, you might be very like sowing your wild oats or enjoying your freedom, feeling a lot more outspoken. And this could even be like in the workplace for some certain like situation that has occurred. I mean, that with the Knight of Wands, it could be like an important situation that has occurred that has, it's almost like, I see it as a line in the sand where you have to stand for something or you'll fall for anything, or your colleagues will fall for anything. And so if it might even be like a moral dilemma in some situations where you can't just keep doing the same old and expecting that you're not going to feel like you let yourself down. And so that could be what the Four of Cups means, is that you're not you might feel like I'm not happy, but really you're not happy with yourself. Like you did not pass a test. You could have done something differently and you didn't, but now you are doing it. So what I'm saying is that maybe you tolerated that for a long time and now you're finally kind of off. They call it being off the reservation, What crosses you is the King of Pentacles, and this is a card of, the attainment of the pinnacle of financial success. So the king represents this. Now, everything is relative, so one person's idea of affluence or wealth is different than another person's. But this is in the challenge position. So either you have an attitude that needs adjustment when it comes to issues involving money, or perhaps if there's somebody in your life, like this is the king can be the father. So these kinds of situations can indicate that the person is no longer, if this is like your biological father or your, the father figure who told you that you're supposed to earn a certain amount of money, you may be turning your back on that because you know that that doesn't make you happy. And that's the Four of Cups can represent, is that, what makes you happy is standing for something and having that sense that you actually have a sense of integrity and boundaries around that. It's funny, I had to start a new file because they cut me off on my phone, and I solved my problem of having these phantom files and not knowing like where it was stored. It was, I have Telegram, I have the app Telegram, and there are all these hidden files. I don't know why. It wasn't stuff that I was down, they just collected all these files. So it's like, now I've got like 20 gigs or something. So when before it was like I just kept deleting videos, I'd make one video and I'd have to delete it and start another one. It was like driving me crazy. So anyway, I'm happy about that. So what's coming in is represented by the Eight of Pentacles. And this is about really applying yourself. Sometimes this can be someone getting training, specialized training, so that they can be like a craftsperson, something like that, or you are just very diligent about what you're doing a good job. And, if this is a transitional situation for you, oh, my glasses, where you are, kind of going off into new territory, you may feel this, if you still have a job that you're kind of transitioning out of, you might be tempted to just be like, if your days are numbered because you have been furloughed or cut or something like that, like I was saying, the temptation is always just to be like, screw them, I'm just going to mail it in until my last day. But that's not how Capricorns operate. Capricorns are diligent to the end. And if you are venturing out into new territory, the Eight of Pentacles can be like getting training for that, or really just applying yourself. It's a good money card. And, going back to the Four of Cups, it's like sometimes people can get into this state of mind or this emotional state where they're very blasé. It's not like they get up in the morning and they absolutely hate, that they're going to work someplace, but they're just not enthused. And the Eight of Pentacles is somebody that takes pride in what they do. Okay. So the Four of Cups is somebody that is indifferent to a particular situation in life. So the Eight of Pentacles is for sure a better vibe if you want to look at it that way. And the outcome is the Six of Wands, which is a card of success, recognition, taking your victory lap, having others know that you are skilled at what you do. So this could be just like an omen, a good omen for success, and whatever this represents. If this is related to love, for instance, there could be, I still think that these two cards could be related to work, because you might be like kind of throwing yourself into your work because you have a new lease on life, okay? with the Four of Cups, you may have been, if your private life was dragging you down, it could have affected your ambition, your life as a whole. So it's like getting rid of some situation, whether it's a job that's dragging you down or a relationship that's dragging you down, can enhance your life and, make you more successful, make you more, invested in what you're doing. It's just amazing. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this, Capricorn. If you'd like a private reading, the link is below. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.